Well, good afternoon. It's me, Miss Adell again. And I just want to say I'm so happy to be here. Glad to be living. I'm just coming from the funeral. That's what they call it, the funeral of a friend. Black folks and my folks call it homegoing service. But they said it was the funeral of a friend of mine. We kind of grew up around each other and used to talk, and she was a white lady, and we used to talk and share our dreams and share our hopes and everything. And she passed away. I got the call on Sunday that she had done passed away. And so I figured, I had until at least Saturday. I was going to get me a new pair of church shoes because the other ones I had hurting my feet. So I figured I had till Saturday to get them church shoes. I got the call on Monday that the funeral was today, Tuesday. I ain't never. So Miss Adell ain't had a chance to go get the shoes. But anyway, I went to her funeral. Got up this morning, overslept. Funeral was at 10 o'clock this morning. 10 o'clock. Got up, overslept, had to rush on out the house, ain't take my church bag or nothing. Got my peppermints, my peppermint and my magnifying glass and my tissues. But rushed on out and everything, and they had a processional to go in the church. I took out my seat near the back and everything, and I thought I was going to freeze. They had the air condition in that church so high. I thought I was going to freeze. Anyway, but I was glad I was there because we done shared a lot of things as young girls, our hopes and dreams and everything. And you know what? They won't know different than what my hopes and dreams was and what we was afraid of and all that. It won't know different. So I was glad I went because, she'd been at that time, a good, playmate and everything. And but we sort of grew apart, not here and not here. When she, got married and everything, she married somebody ain't necessarily have the same views about having, friends, different friends of different color and stuff like that, So we just kind of grew apart, in the physical, but our hearts were still, memories and everything was still there, And so, I rushed on out the house to get there and forgot my little church bag. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I know how to go to church. You have your gloves on, you have your head covered, you have your bag for your peppermint for your throat, or anybody else throat need one. Sometimes using that Bible, the writing so small, I'd always take my magnifying glass and you take your tissue. You always make sure you got one tucked right here. My tissue or a handkerchief. Have one tucked right there. And I rushed on because, I trying to be there on time. Don't want to be late. I ain't want to work in the white folks' funeral late. You know what they say about black folk. Always late. So I want to make sure I was on time. So I rushed out. Got to sitting there and lo and behold, my stomach got to growling. It was so quiet, it won't nothing to cover the growl because it won't no music. Won't nobody carrying on, crying, nothing. You may hear a little, every once in a while, just it won't no falling all in the casket and all that. They didn't even have the casket open, So I didn't get a chance to see her because the casket was closed. And so, it was just as quiet as a mouse. Nothing. And so when I get in there, they hand me this. So I'm thinking, okay, this is like a keepsake, to go in your Bible mark or whatever. Had her date of birth and the date she died, and had 23rd Psalm on it. So I thought it was a keepsake. There wasn't no picture or nothing. Lo and behold, did you know that this was the program? This was the I had never seen a program without the person picture on it, or at least a Bible or some praying hands. That was it. I was so surprised. Because let me show you something. My cousin Ethel died about 2 months ago. This her program. This her program right here. This her program. It had every picture in it from the almost birth on till she died. Even in every family reunion picture, every cookout picture. It even had her cousin Pookie had gotten in trouble some years ago and spent 10 years in jail and got out. It even had the pictures from his coming out party in that program. So I had never seen a program like that. So that was the program. And I was so hungry. You know, my stomach was growling and everything, and it was so quiet. You could hear my stomach churning like a washing machine. Oh my Lord, I was so embarrassed. Then it was so cold. I started getting like a dry patch on my throat. In my throat, a dry patch. I know y'all done had it. It just come out of nowhere. It just just feel like you just got a little dry spot. I done forgot my bag with a peppermint in it. So I just knew somebody got a peppermint, because I know, you know, church I go to, the ushers see you a little uncomfortable, wiggles, move, whatever. They come bring you a fan, they bring you a drink of water, and everybody got a peppermint. Somebody usually reach in that person, hand you a peppermint back. Ain't no peppermint floating around in there that day. Not one. Not one. No, sir. Not one. And I'm sitting there. I'm fighting my stomach growling. I'm fighting my throat dry, trying not to cough. And the only saving grace it was that minister talked for maybe 10 minutes at that. Long enough for him to say she lived, she died, the Lord's Prayer, and that was it. Talk for 10 minutes, and that was my saving grace, because I know that I would have passed right on out. So I'm hungry, and I figure, okay, I'll get something at the repast. So they go on out, take on out to the church cemetery to bury. They didn't wait till they lower in the ground. You know, because I've been to funerals. My family, they lower in the ground, start throwing dirt on there, and folks still standing out there. As soon as they took and got the body out there, they laid the little flowers on the casket and everything. Everybody left. Ain't nobody wait to see her lowered in the ground. I'm standing out there. Ain't nobody go back to the church. These folks start going back to the car. Ain't no repast. Won't no repast, that was it. Ain't get not a chicken leg, not a slice of ham, nothing. Not even a nab cracker. They went on about their business. Won't no gathering nowhere, won't nothing. No. Now, I did get a call from her niece, and she said, Miss Adell, this is after I got home. She said, you come by, and I got something that I want you to have of my aunties. So she did. She gave me this. This little crystal salt pepper shaker. She said it was a wedding gift. And she said her aunt always spoke high of me. And I said, well, thank you. Now, she had some little sandwiches, taking all the crust off, cut in fours, with ham, and then she said, when she offered it to me, she said it was potato salad. But I ain't never seen no potato salad the color of my hat. I ain't seen no paprika. I ain't seen no onion. I ain't seen no mustard. It was the whitest potato salad. It almost looked like cottage cheese. But she said, would you like a sandwich and some potato salad? And I had to pass on that, because I ain't never seen no potato salad made without egg and no mustard. And got to have the paprika on the top spring. I ain't never seen no potato salad like that. I passed now, no doubt. Shoot, it might have been good. It might have been good, no doubt. But I just passed on it. I'm for trying stuff new, but this day, even though I was hungry, I just decided, I'm going to pass, Miss Adell going to pass on that, because I just ain't never had no potato salad that didn't have no eggs, no no relish. You know, just ain't never. Then this just won't the day for me to try it. So I just want to say, when black folks had theirs, we have chicken. Look, my cousin Apple, fresh in my mind. We had chicken. We had ham. We had turnip greens, mustard greens, and collard greens. And we had yellow potato salad. Somebody bought some deviled eggs. Didn't quite look right. Everybody kind of shied away from that. I don't know who bought the deviled eggs. But all I wanted to tell you is that we had a spread from wall to wall. And folks came, and I know this. Folks came and got plates that hadn't even attended the funeral. Yes, they did. They came and got plates and hadn't even attended the funeral. Came in there and got plates and marched themselves right on out there. But the difference was, they started planning the funeral a week before the woman died. My cousin. A week before she died, they started planning. Folks started coming in. And folks were still there a week after. The family hung around and gathered and joined and stuff. After all the carrying on and the hooting and hollering in church, they came on, they ate, they laughed, they talked. Some folks played bid whist. Some of them played dominoes. The young folks even went to the club that night. And some of the old folks that still think they young went to the club too. I just want to say that, you know, I was the only one that had a hat on in that funeral today, that had a hat on, that had black on, and that had gloves on. I seen flip-flops. I seen khaki pants with plaid shirts. I saw a woman in there with a sundress on, and ain't nobody have on no stockings. It was something to behold. The pastor, he did have on a suit. It was something different to see. I tell you, it was something different to see. Even in spite of my discomfort with my stomach and my dry tickle in my throat, I was glad I went. Because it's nice to see how other people do things. It's nice. No matter how you send them off, we all going to the same heaven or hell. This is Miss Adell. Bye. Shoes. Not to kill my feet. I ain't gonna wear these no more. Believe you me. Feet swelled up so bad in that church. Didn't think I was gonna get them back on. Time to go. Time to go.